This question is a coordinate geometry question, and it says, what is the slope of the line that passes through the point 2, 6 and 18, 8 in the standard xy coordinate plane? So you could draw a sketch of that, and you could plot those points, and you could see what the line looks like, and that would work, and a visual is always nice. But maybe this 18 is a little bit too difficult to plot, or it might take us a minute. So we can also consider this question using a formula, or what we know about the word slope here. So we often say that slope is equal to the rise over or divided by the run. Okay, and if we think about that in terms of the xy coordinate plane, that would look like this. So this is our x direction, that's our y direction. And so our rise is how much does it change in the y direction, and the run is how much does it change in the x direction. And that gets us to an equation that we've probably at least heard of, and that is that the way you can find the slope between 2 points is to find the change in the y direction, the difference in the y values, so that's often written as y2 minus y1, divided by the change in the x direction, or the difference in the x values. And formulas are great, but we need to understand what those pieces mean and where they come from. So we have 2 points, and it doesn't matter which one's the first point or which one's the second point. I'll just call this our first point since it's listed first. And if that's the case, every point is arranged x, y. So I'm going to label this my first x value, or x1, making the 6 my first y value. And then the 18 is our second x value, x2, and the 8 is our second y value. So now we have all the pieces that we need for this formula. So let's show that. Slope is equal to y2, our second y value, which is 8, minus our first y value, which is 6, divided by x2, which is 18, the second x value, minus 2, which is our first x value. Okay, if we just do the numerator, 8 minus 6 is 2. 18 minus 2 is 16. So now I have 2 over 16. I just simplify that fraction. 2 goes into both 2 and 16, so that becomes 1, and the 16 becomes 8. So my slope in this case is 1/8, and if I look over here, I find that answer in G.